is what it is. Let the past be the past. Just know Bam gonna be good and turn up on their ass. It's your time. It's his time. It's Bam's time. Bam's time to sign. Hey, back at it again, man. Fresh off of work again. That's 3 times. No, this is the 4th video straight. I told y'all every single day. Reactions, podcasts will be coming back. I'm just putting shit together for y'all. You know, we getting better. Everything is getting up. Everything is going up. We have the complicated legacy of Kevin Durant, Slim Reaper, Easy Money Sniper, whatever nickname you want to call him. So we about to find out what makes his legacy so complicated. I have an idea, obviously. I think we all know if you haven't been under a rock. But let's get straight to this video, though, man. Appreciate all the new subs. I ain't going to take up too much of y'all time. Let's get straight to it.
He's your favorite scorer's favorite scorer.
KD, man. When I watch him play, it looks way too easy.
And for the last 15 years, he's been the toughest player to guard in the NBA. The fake. The second.
I said this on Twitter when this shit first happened. My man right here, I feel like he wanted some camera time. Because do y'all peep how he stayed? He stayed on the ground like this. Like the way he was, it's just the way he looked. I'm not saying, now KD definitely got him. You know what I'm saying? Look at this.
To guard in the NBA.
Hey!
The fake. The second.
But it's like, look, he stayed on the ground. He ain't trying to get up or nothing. He just stayed so somebody could come take that photo. KD shooting it while he face planted on the ground like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? It just looked, I don't know. That was just to me. When I first saw that, I was like, why did he just stay on the ground like for so long? Like, look.
Toughest player to guard in the NBA.
Look, after the ball gets out of his hand, he just stays and tries. Does he make it? Does he make it? You know what I'm saying? He ain't try to get up or nothing. He got up slow, too.
That was the one that I retired without really being able to figure out what it is that how I can stop him.
As a 4-time scoring
I don't
champ
think you're ever going to stop a scorer, though. No matter who. You can make it difficult, but stop him?
As a scorer is undeniable. Other than Jordan and Kobe, there aren't many players who can even be put in the same sentence as KD in terms of being an unstoppable one-on-one bucket machine. However, when it comes to his overall legacy, KD never gets mentioned in the same conversation as LeBron, MJ, Kobe, or even Steph Curry. When they played together in Golden State, it was KD who won 2 Finals MVPs, and not Steph. And yet, Curry's GOAT status is set in stone, while most people wouldn't even name Durant in their top 10 players of all time. This is the complicated legacy of Kevin Durant. At the age of 21, KD became the youngest NBA scoring champion ever, averaging 30.1 points per game in his 3rd NBA season. He was also the second youngest to make the first All-NBA team, behind only LeBron James, who also won the MVP that year, while KD finished second.
That's king shit. King status right there.
And that theme would continue over the next several years. KD kept winning scoring titles, while LeBron won MVPs, with Durant as the runner-up. In the 2012 NBA Finals, LeBron's Miami defeated Durant and OKC in a series that was much closer than a 4-1 score would suggest. Although James won the title and the Finals MVP, it was Durant who had slightly better numbers. LeBron averaged 28, 10, 7. Shooting 48% from the field and just 19% from 3.
Bad
KD averaged 36 and 2.
This was
55% from the field.
This was a year where LeBron literally didn't settle for jumpers. Like, well, I don't know. I know in the regular season, even Iman Shumpert confirmed it. Like LeBron and D Wade weren't settling for jumpers. But yeah, LeBron 3.3 from 3 in the playoffs was not good. At least that series. I don't remember the entire playoffs, but. Again, because I didn't really watch, like I was in tuned. I really started watching every LeBron game, like every game, like every single game. I want to say when I was like in 7th or 8th grade type shit. You get what I'm saying? But they said KD had better numbers. He had 2 more points per game. LeBron was a better defender in 2012 than when he is now. LeBron has been a better defender than Kevin Durant for most of the careers. KD plays better defense now, or he really started playing, solid defense when he got to the Warriors. Like, fuck the sugarcoating shit. Yeah, he started playing better defense when he got to the Warriors. He had moments where he played good defense. Like, we're not saying he was terrible on defense, but come on, he wasn't. Well, LeBron was a 6-time first team all defensive, and then he averaged 2 more points. 4 less rebounds, 5 less assists. How is his number? I mean, he shot better from the floor and probably better from 3 too. That's obviously better from 3.
And 40% from 3.
Okay.
In fact, the only reason why LeBron defeated KD in that series was the superior shooters around him. LeBron's teammates hit 47% of their threes in the series, while Durant's teammates made only 26%. And then, in the offseason, the Thunder made the biggest mistake in franchise
That wasn't the
history.
reason they
traded
lost,
away
though.
James Harden for a bag.
That wasn't the reason they lost, though. But we're going to go back to this. Okay, boom. Because this has always been something with Kevin Durant, right? LeBron and Kevin Durant. KD was always that one person who I always say, you know, I don't mind if you say he's better than LeBron, even though he's clearly not. But
from the field and 40.
So boom. This has always kind of been what it was with LeBron, except the 19% from 3. LeBron in 2014 shot, I think 37%. I think KD was still at 40 or less than 40 maybe. But LeBron was at 27. KD was at, I think KD actually averaged 30. I think that's Kevin Durant's MVP year. 30 they averaged 31 or 32 that year. For most of their careers, except for a few years, he's always had averaged more points per game than LeBron. LeBron just averaged more than everything else. It was like, all right, I know you and LeBron going to be neck and neck and scoring damn near. You may have 2 more points than him, or some games he may have 40, you have 30 something. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever the case may be. You guys are always neck and neck with scoring. But what separated them was the defense, the leadership, and the things that were LeBron was asked to do that KD wasn't necessarily asked to do. You get what I'm saying? I know KD one of them people who really get mad when people talk about this type of shit. I don't care because I ain't talking down on him. You know what I'm saying? I honestly think he's a very great player. I just think the reason why LeBron has always been above him was like it was clear. The only thing you had above me was you may leave the game with 2 more points than me, but I did everything else. You get what I'm saying? Basketball's most complete player.
8% from 3. In fact, the only reason why LeBron defeated KD in that series was the superior shooters around him. LeBron's teammates hit 47% of their threes in the series, while Durant's teammates made only 26%. And then, in the offseason, the Thunder made the biggest mistake in franchise history. They traded away James Harden for a bag of chips because the owner didn't want to pay the luxury tax, which was the beginning of the end of a dynasty that never truly blossomed. Sure, KD won 4 scoring titles in OKC and finally an MVP in 2014. But during Durant's tenure in Oklahoma, the Thunder played inefficient basketball that never utilized the full extent of his basketball genius. Sure, the Thunder always had talent, but they never had the framework for that talent. In the half court, they played ugly, at times unwatchable basketball that relied on drawing fouls and letting KD and Russ take turns in isolation against 2 defenders. And after they squandered a 3-1 lead in the 2016 conference finals against Golden State, Durant realized that he needed a change of scenery. And there wasn't a better team or better system than the one they had in Golden State. At the time, KD's move to the Warriors seemed soft.
How are you viewing this move from Durant?
Well, I'm viewing it as the weakest move I've ever seen from a superstar.
But now
That's that new guy energy.
Oh, he's back. That's the 4th time he's done that.
Is he peaking at pro?
it's been 8 years since his infamous.
I'm going to be honest, when KD went to the Warriors, I think I made a tweet on Twitter like, don't compare this to when LeBron went to Miami. Clearly, I'm a LeBron guy. And at times, I was definitely biased to a lot of things. Now I'm more logical. But I still stand on that I wasn't mad that he left the team. Not that he cares if I'm mad or not. He's Kevin Durant. Why would he give a fuck if I'm mad? I wasn't mad that he left the team. I was just like, it was just the team he went to. If LeBron had went to the Celtics, the Warriors, who else has he lost to in the playoffs? Spurs. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially the Celtics. I still would have, I'm a genuine person. I still would have had it in my, I still would have had, what I'm saying, the love. But I just couldn't look at him the same anymore. But I wouldn't, slander him crazy. I couldn't look at him the same anymore. I think that's what it was. I think that's why Westbrook and Enes Kanter and all them were like, wait, what? What the fuck? We just lost to we just had these dudes 3-1, and you went in. I couldn't be, bro. I don't know what I would do in that situation. Like, bro, we just lost to them, and now they painted what Westbrook has been getting painted as the camp. They tried to say the Lakers did that. Look what happened when you go play with the Lakers, LeBron. Woo. No, this has been happening to Westbrook. In the Lakers shit, that was a him thing, that was a Russ thing, and it was a Lakers. It wasn't just one side. But what literally Russ has been getting blamed since 2016. The reason why KD left, you can't win with him as your point guard. He's been getting blamed since OKC days. Literally. Like, I don't know why they tried to make it a Laker thing. He's been getting blamed since OKC days.
From this decision, and we can say that the move to Golden State was the only logical one, because we finally saw KD unleashed in all of his basketball glory. Like a tailored suit, Durant was made for the Warriors, and the Warriors were made for him. In their unselfish and versatile offensive scheme, in which almost every man can play any role, we saw KD thrive in multiple ways. He wasn't only a finisher anymore. Now, he was also used as a passer, a cutter, a screener, or even a decoy. Even when Durant was the guy scoring the ball, it wasn't like OKC, where he got the ball on the wing and had to improvise over two defenders. KD got a ton of easy baskets and dribble handoffs, catch and shoot sets, cutting to the basket. It was beautiful to watch, and KD made the game look effortless. His efficiency rose to a new level, and the Warriors were unbeatable. They won 67 games in the regular season with the best offensive rating of all time. In the playoffs, they swept all of their series in the West to reach another finals clash against LeBron James and the Cavs. And in that finals, KD proved that the Warriors needed him as much as he needed them. The Cavaliers were a monster team, but with Durant on the Warriors, they were simply outmatched in every way. Durant hit the biggest shot of the season, and maybe the biggest shot of his career in Game 3.
Durant for three. It's good. Kevin Durant from downtown. And Golden.
Bro, I was watching this shit on the couch, bro. Oh my God, my heart dropped when he made this shit, bro. I was so mad. I was like, LeBron, bro, they gonna be saying he better than you now. Oh my God, bro. It was one of the, like, his hand was right there, like, damn near touching each other. Like, I was just like, bro, God damn, bro. They gonna be saying all type of shit. He passed it to Corver. Corver missed the shot. They saying, why you pass? It's gonna be all type of shit around this, bro.
State takes the lead.
Breaking the Cavaliers' spirit and giving the Dubs an insurmountable 3-0 lead. The Warriors finished the playoffs with 16 wins and only one loss, which was the best playoff record in NBA history. And because of how well they shot the ball, how unbelievably balanced they were offensively and defensively, and how unpredictable and yet incredibly organized they were, many people believe that the 2017 Warriors were the best team of all time, ahead of the 1996 Bulls. And Kevin Durant was
we'll never really know.
Best player
it's just an opinion thing. We'll never really know.
And that they won before he arrived. But the level of basketball they
because when they say that they're the best team of all time, people who are Bulls fans back in the day are gonna go off production. They're not gonna they're gonna go off, well, we won 82 games. I mean, not 82 games. We won 72 games and we won the title. You guys won 67 and you won the title. That's good. But we won more games in the regular season and we won the title. We broke, it's teams that only lost one game in the playoffs. I think, right? Yeah, it is. Teams only lost one game in the playoffs and won the championship. But so that's not that's not a record. Oh, that's not a record. Like, that's something that's already been done. But we went 72 wins. We got 72 wins, and we won the title. Y'all got 73, lost the title. Then you got 67 when Kevin Durant came, won the title, but you got 67 wins. We got 72 wins and won the title. Most wins in NBA history and then won the title. Not most wins in NBA history as a whole, but we got the job done after we won 72 games. So, it's really just an opinion. It's really just who you rather. It's like, but Bulls fans could also use that as an argument. That's a good fact.
Blade has not been reached by many people. Kevin averaged 35 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists in the finals. His 35 points were the 10th best scoring average ever in the finals. But while there were players who scored more, nobody was as efficient as him. Durant shot 56% from the field, 47% for three, and 93% from the free throw line, which amounts to 70% in true shooting percentage, the best ever shooting performance in the NBA Finals. What's even more impressive is that together with such an offensive masterpiece, KD played incredible defense. When Green, Clay, and KD were on the court, the Cavaliers were practically unable to get to the basket. Durant slowed LeBron down in half-court offense as much as possible, so James tried to rush things and tried to get most of his points in transition. KD learned how to...
That's not true. This was a battle. They battled. I watched every game. They battled. LeBron, I think, averaged 33, 10, and 10. And if you watch that game, there was a lot of... on both ends, they were that's not, I don't know, man. Maybe my memory's not serving me quite correctly, but I think it actually might be serving me quite correctly. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't think that that's true, man.
Use angles to stay in front of his man. His long arms were constantly showing in the passing lanes, and he became an excellent help defender at the rim.
He's right, I think it's on a sidestep layup blocked by Durant.
And then, in 2018, he took it to yet another level. Durant averaged nearly 2 blocks per game. He was the strongest he's ever been, and nobody could push him around in the post. Because of his athleticism and length, it was a nightmare to get by him or shoot over him. And if Durant didn't get injured and missed 20 games at the end of the regular season, he was a strong candidate for the Defensive Player of the Year. Offensively, KD's game slightly reverted to his OKC ways, because he realized that he didn't need to move off the ball as much, because he's Kevin Durant, and he can get his shot whenever he wants.
See, I'm Kevin Durant. You know who I am. Y'all know who I am.
That's a good edit.
The Warriors cruised through the regular season because they knew there wasn't anyone who could touch him in the playoffs, except for the Houston Rockets. Led by MVP James Harden, Chris Paul, and a bunch of switchable defenders, the Rockets built their team to match up with the Warriors, and it worked. After 5 games, Houston had a 3-2 lead.
Houston has taken a 3-game lead.
But then they lost Chris Paul, and it looked like it was going to be all over, especially after a tough blowout in Game 6.
Thompson for 3.
But in Game 7, the Rockets jumped out with a big lead.
Thompson playing with the 3 fouls. Went behind the back to come home.
And if they hadn't missed 27 threes in a row, they could have won the series. But if you don't bring your absolute A game, you couldn't defeat those Warriors. And with 34 points in Game 7, Durant led the Dubs to another NBA Final.
KD was cooking this series. I remember RP my brother Dakari, man. I remember we was watching one game. It was, I forget, it was a game away though. It was a game in Houston. You know, Warriors are away. And KD was just hitting. Like Steve Kerr was like, we got to move the ball. We got to move it. That's when I think he told him like this Michael Jordan story. KD was hitting some. I'm talking about, like just nasty shit. Heavily contested and everything. Just bop, like just cooking shit.
And the Golden State Warriors are on their way to a 4th consecutive NBA Final.
And for the 4th consecutive year, LeBron and the Cavs were the opponents. But this time, the Cavs were without Kyrie and with worse role players. After J.R. Smith ruined LeBron's 51-point Game 1, the world knew that the Cavs were going to get swept.
Don't remind me of that shit, bro. Don't remind me of that shit, bro. Oh my God, bro. I was yelling at the TV. I was like, bro. I was like, nigga, shoot the ball. Shoot it. Give it to LeBron. Something like, bro, I was so mad that game. My movie, bro, my mom coming downstairs and shit. Like, why are you yelling, cussing, woo woo? Like, bro, I was so mad, bro. I was so mad. Bro, LeBron had, at that time, he had 49. You're not even supposed to be in the game with these niggas, but you in the game with them right now. I'm surprised the game was close the entire game. Oh my bro. When this nigga did that shit, and then he said, I thought we were ahead. Then he tried to lie. And I get it, you know, it's a lot of shit being said about you. It's on public, it's on TV, maybe, you know. You don't know what a person may do in that situation as far as to how to deal with it. It's a lot. But I don't know, maybe I fucked up, man. I messed up. I thought we would have to, I messed up. It lost on me. I gotta be better. That man tried to lie and double back and say he knew what the score was. He didn't know the score. If you watch him, he gonna say, I thought we were ahead. That's what LeBron looked at him like, LeBron looking at him like, bro, what the fuck? And then people was like, well, look at LeBron's reaction. Nigga, y'all people be acting like, bro, when you're in that type of game, you're going to spaz out. What are you doing? What are you doing? Especially if you know that this team, it's important that we get this win. We take this one win from them. That's the...
You get the feeling J.R. Smith thought they had the lead. He didn't know the score. They only showed real resistance in Game 3 when KD, once again, from virtually the same spot, knocked down another dagger 3.
Kevin Durant way outside, delivers! Kevin Durant from downtown, it's a 6-point game.
Which clinched the game and the series. Durant averaged 29, 11, and 7 with over 2 blocks in the series.
Draymond, you see how you in his ear after he hit that shot? You should have remembered that when you said that shit to him when he was clapping for the ball. You know hey, Draymond, I always said this about you. You seem like a cool ass person to kick it with on when y'all on road trips. You seem like a teammate we with Dre or Draymond, you know what I'm saying? He the guy to kick it with on the road trip. He just seemed hella cool off the court. But that shit though, you should have remembered how you seen what he did. When that nigga Kevin Durant is like this, give him the ball next time. Well, it ain't gonna be a next time because y'all clearly not gonna be teammates again. Or will y'all? No, y'all not. But yeah, give him the ball. Give whoever, man, you to blame for that one.
Durant averaged 29, 11, and 7 with over 2 blocks in the series, again shooting 50, 40, 90 in the finals. And while this postseason run didn't go over as smoothly as 2017, this version of KD was maybe the best Durant we've ever seen because his defense and offense were at an all-time high. And then,
like I said,
2019,
his defense was way better. His defense got way better when he got there. It was
proven by his absence. After he averaged 35, 5, and 5, with 50, 40, 90 shooting in the first round against the Clippers, Durant got injured in Game 5, the second round series against the Rockets.
It's Durant with Shumpert defending, and Kevin Durant laces one through.
And he's hurt.
He is.
As soon as he made that shot, he started whipping.
Look at this.
And while Golden State managed to defeat Houston and then Portland without KD, when they got to the finals against the Raptors, it was once again clear who was the best player on the Warriors. Without KD, Toronto's defense could zero in on Clay and Steph. Golden State's playmaking suffered too, as Durant averaged nearly 6 assists per game, and they had no one to successfully guard Kawhi one-on-one. And then, a miracle. Still recovering from the calf injury, KD decided to return for Game
Wasn't calf, Achilles.
5, and it made all the difference in the world. The Warriors' ball movement improved, and suddenly there was always somebody open, as the pure gravity factor of
he hit his first 3 shots. It was looking good.
KD had 11 points in the first quarter, but early in the second, disaster.
Ibaka trying to stay with Durant, knocks it away, and Durant slipping. Durant goes down holding his leg.
Durant tore his Achilles, and even though the Dubs ultimately lost the championship in 6 games, if he had played the entire series, the Warriors would have likely three-peated. KD would have finally had what he's been missing all these years. The universal acceptance of the whole basketball world that he was the best player on the planet. Instead, he was out for a year with the worst injury in basketball. And even though every GM knew that, every one of them would offer Kevin Durant a max contract. Ultimately, KD opted to sign with the Nets and form another super team with his good buddy Kyrie Irving. After missing the entire 2020 season, when KD returned, it was like he never got hurt. In fact, in some aspects of his game, he got even better.
Here's Durant to the rim, powers it down!
Before the injury, he was undoubtedly faster, both in transition and a half-court. An Achilles tendon injury combined with age had eaten away at his explosiveness. But being explosive was never essential to KD's game. Somehow, Durant upgraded his skills, and he was able to speed up his ability to make the right decisions on the basketball court. And because he was still a 7-footer with impeccable footwork, a great handle, and a feathery jump shot, his efficiency improved. In his first regular season as a Net, KD averaged 27, 7, and 6, shooting a career-high 54% from the field, a career-high 45% for 3, along with 88% from the free throw line. In the playoffs, Durant averaged 33 points against the Celtics with unreal 55, 50, 90 shooting splits. The Celtics had no chance because Kyrie and the newly acquired James Harden also played at an insanely high offensive level. Brooklyn looked ready to go all the way. Then another dose of bad luck. Both Kyrie and Harden got hurt in the second round against Giannis and the Bucks. Bucks. But even without their two superstars, the Nets had a chance because they had KD. In Game 5, with the
This nigga
series
has no
tied,
muscle.
KD
Oh my
played
God.
arguably the best game of his career, scoring 49 points, 17 rebounds, and 10 assists, while hitting 16 of his 23 shots. And the Nets eked out an improbable victory.
Durant fires and hits.
The Bucks took Game 6, but in Game 7, KD looked like a Terminator once again, ready to destroy every opponent who got in front of him. This time, he had 48 points, 9 rebounds, and 6 assists, and he hit a series-winning buzzer beater that would send Brooklyn to the conference finals.
Here is Durant moving on Tucker. He turns, he shoots. Yes! With 1 second remaining.
Or at least it seemed. After the instant replay, the refs realized that Durant's toe was on the line. So his 3 got downgraded to a 2, and instead of a victory, the game went into overtime. In the OT, KD was exhausted and the Bucks advanced, eventually winning the 2021 NBA title. But if you thought that was dramatic, the Nets proved they could...
Why did they have PJ? I mean, I get he's a great, but he's going to have a way tougher time getting a shot off like that on Giannis than he would. I mean, I guess because PJ Tucker, that's why he was forced to take a shot like that, because PJ Tucker can get low and make him really have to play like that. You know, the smaller defenders usually are the ones, they're actually kind of tough to get by just because they can get up in you low and shit like that. Hopefully that's not a pause. Man, y'all know what I'm talking about.
Provide much more drama, especially off the court. The entire 2022 season will be remembered for Kyrie not playing because he refused to get vaccinated and then got suspended for tweeting about an anti-Semitic movie. To add more fuel to the fire, James Harden asked for a trade, and their whole locker room became...
That's another thing I was like, man, it was like, I wasn't upset that Kyrie, again, I'm using the word upset, but it was just, what I looked at it was just like he was doing what he believed in. But then it was just like, damn, we came here to win. I'm only one out here, you know what I'm saying? Harden, I forgot whatever he was going through, you know what I'm saying? He was coming back from an injury or whatever, and then he just wanted a trade, probably because he looking at it like, bro, it's just not what I thought it was going to be. When I saw Harden wanted a trade, I'm like, what the fuck? You just got there, like...
One big mess. Eventually, Kyrie was allowed to return to the court, but Harden was gone, and the Nets never got the proper return for the beard. In the midst of all that, KD averaged 37-6 in what was arguably his best regular season since his MVP year. But in the playoffs, the weakened and depleted Nets had no answer for the toughness of the Celtics, who beat up KD every time.
This is the worst
And when the
playoffs
2023
I've
season
seen
started, the drama
KD
continued.
in a long time.
Were not happy with the team or the coach Steve Nash, and by mid-season, they both got traded. KD ended up in Phoenix, where he formed yet another super team. This time with CP3, Devin Booker,
This
and
team
DeAndre
ain't did shit
The
either.
first
They've
round of
had
playoffs
injuries,
offered
but
another 50, 40, 90 for KD.
It's been 3 years,
career series
man.
with those numbers, which are the holy grail
think
of shooting.
3
But
years, right?
After the Suns defeated the Clippers, they lost Chris Paul to injury against the Nuggets, and DeAndre Ayton got embarrassed by the Joker. Booker and KD tried their best, with Durant averaging 30, 10, 5 in the series, but again, his team was overmatched, and they lost in 6. In 2024, it was another season with another new superstar on KD's team. The Suns decided to ship out Chris Paul for Bradley Beal.
Bradley Beal's not a
Despite his injury
superstar.
history, a mammoth contract, and his skills being very similar to KD and Book. And, like always, KD delivered, with a super efficient 27, 6, and 5 in the regular season. But in the playoffs, he once again fell short to a better team. And now, as he's approaching his 36th birthday, his prime is slowly but surely fading away. And the question still remains, is KD really worthy to be ranked in the top 10 greatest players ever, even with all the failed super teams and joining a team that won 73 games? Well, if you look at the amount of all-stars that KD has played with over the years, Durant has arguably played with the best teammates ever. But then, if we look closely at the circumstances, KD was often very unlucky in pivotal moments, which made his legacy look much different. For a whole decade, KD was the second best player in the world, behind LeBron. And just as he was ready to surpass the king and sit on his throne, Durant got injured. When he returned, he was again the best player in the world.
it was LeBron and Kobe for a while. Yeah, you know, KD got up there in the ranks. Who y'all got? LeBron, KD, or Kobe? Like, rank them. I got LeBron. LeBron's the best basketball player I've ever seen play. I never watched Michael Jordan play. And I'm honestly coming on a new conclusion on who I really believe is the GOAT. I ain't going to say it right now because I'm only 24. You know, people ain't going to want to hear what I got to say, but fuck them. But I think that's going to wrap it up.
But injury injuries, and drama that had nothing to do with him prevented Durant from winning that elusive third title. He's also been the second most consistent player in NBA history, behind only LeBron. With 15 straight years of averaging 25 points or more, KD is only one of 8 players in NBA history who averaged over 27 points for their whole career. His 14 All-Star appearances ranks him 9th all-time, and when it comes to the playoffs, he's again one of the most consistently great players ever, with only one playoff series where he averaged less than 25 points per game. In terms of championship
series was that?
ability, KD will forever stay behind the likes of Jordan, LeBron, Kobe, Magic, Bird, and Steph, which in the...
I don't know about the mother two just because I didn't watch them. But anyways, man, if y'all like this video, y'all know what to do. Get at me on the next one. Make sure to smash that like button, man. Rest in peace to Kari, X, my grandma. Both our grandmas were almost at 1,000 subscribers. And I'm gone.